You feel that? You feel that in the wind? I'd know that current anywhere. That means it's another season of you and your mom's favorite debate show, Speechless, the best and only debate show on the Emerson channel. Ready, set, Speechless. Before we start today's riveting debates, let's get to know this season's debaters. In this corner, we have the creepy caterpillars. Now, tell us, why did you pick that name?
This guy is just super freaking creepy.
This girl's a caterpillar.
I have a lot of hair on my body.
It makes total sense. And what about you, Head Hanchos? Who are you and why did you pick your name?
We both have heads.
That's correct.
Correct?
Mm-hmm. And we are in charge.
So, you are.
Large and in charge.
And
the head honchos.
There we go. Exciting stuff. But it is time to start the competition. Today we are discussing all things sports, Emerson's favorite pastime. Not. Before we get into the first debate, the teleprompter is telling me that I need to explain the rules. There are 3 rounds each lasting 5 minutes. Contestants will be thrown in the ring to debate for the gold. There is no biting, maiming, or headshots allowed. Any who break these rules will immediately be ejected from the arena, and their team will receive a 15-yard penalty. If things get too wild on either side, I'll ding one of these bells, and that team will have to shut up for a minute. The third round is a challenge round in which contestants will partake in a riveting challenge while still trying to debate. To spice things up a bit. Now, on to the races. The first question I have for you debaters. What is the lamest sport? 5 minutes on the clock. Begin.
Golf.
Absolutely.
Golf sucks. Golf is boring. Golf is very slow. It's the worst Wii game, and if golf weren't so boring, Tiger Woods probably wouldn't have cheated on his wife.
A strong case.
Interesting. We actually love golf, so that's kind of messed up that you would say that. And he was the captain of his varsity golf team. So.
What do you love about golf? Why do you love it?
Okay. You got your form. You get the ball. You hit the ball as hard as you can.
Great form, Juno.
All the way out there. You
Yeah.
get to let it fly. You know what I mean?
It's just so calming to me.
Yeah.
I love it.
You ever think about how they don't clap all the way in golf? I
Yeah,
feel like that's odd.
they do
Like,
little baby.
they know it's a
baby
bad
claps.
sport, so they refuse to even fully applaud
Yeah.
as it's going on.
You don't play golf to watch it. All right, the players, man, they're having their time of the lives.
It's really the feeling that you get in your soul when you're playing. It's not really a sport to watch. It's more of a sport to play. Maybe you guys should try that.
Well,
I would
have you
say it's
ever-
hardly playing. I mean, half the time they're
It's
riding
not a
those tiny
sport.
cars
Yeah.
anyways.
If it were a real sport, you would walk from hole to hole.
You walk your field.
But you got to ride
In a tiny cart.
in a little nerd cart.
Yep.
And I want you to imagine all the squirrels and bunnies and small woodland creatures who sacrifice their lives and their homes to build golf courses, and golf is terrible.
I will also say, they seem to be arguing for their sport, but I'm not hearing any worse sport from the creepy
know what?
caterpillars. So,
I'll tell you something.
All right.
I'll tell you something, Will.
all right,
Ping pong.
ping pong.
Ping pong sucks.
Now, why do you say
The
that?
worst, man.
You just got paddles, little tiny paddles, man. I don't even need a paddle. I can play with my hands.
Exactly.
Well,
what I mean?
Forrest Gump wouldn't have solved the Cold War without ping pong. So
That's true.
Let
Ping
me
pong
tell you
did
something.
solve
it
the
saved
Cold
this
War.
nation.
Forrest Gump ain't real.
Prove it.
He's fictional.
How do you know?
I
don't
think
know what that word
Forrest
means.
Gump personally has nothing to do with anything actually, and your
Yes, it
statement is a complete fallacy.
Well, have you ever seen
So-
Olympic ping pong? I think it's pretty interesting. It's definitely very sportsmanlike conduct. They're super fast and like it's hard to keep up with how amazing it is and how very
I'd say
athletic they're
golf is
performing.
more of a sport that I like because the left side of my brain is also really, really smart. So like it's all about technique and accuracy, and the angle at which you hit the ball and follow through in order to get into that small hole. Also, what about mini golf, guys? Have you even thought about that?
No
That's the
one
least played
here
sport
is
in the
talking
dang
about
world.
mini
Right,
golf.
let's calm down on it.
Mini golf is awesome. Normal
And
golf
unrelated.
is terrible.
I think they're pretty related because they are the exact same sport, but you can just make the course super lit.
Wrong.
Can you do that in mini baseball?
Incorrect.
Can you make the course super lit?
Wrong.
No. Can you do
Now
mini ping
teams-
pong and make the course
now
super lit?
teams, I think we're going to have to end this one here. And that was a good show of sportsmanship between both teams. But remember, in this game of life, sportsmanship means nothing. At least that's what Mario Kart's taught me. Now, the team that's won this race to the finish is... the Head Hanchos. Congratulations.
That was bad.
And we'll be right back after this pit stop.
Why did they leave me? Fast forward rewind was all I had. What is this? It's a call for help. So, will you?
Yes! Yes! 1,000 times yes!
Catch Fast Forward Rewind right here on the Emerson channel.
Your one-stop shop for all things orientation.
Come see our shows live at 7 o'clock all of next week.
Can't wait to see you there! See ya!
There's a live studio audience and they're just gonna laugh at everything we say and it's gonna be awesome. It's just this never-ending cycle of positivity and community and late night content. I'm gonna wear a suit, you should probably wear one too. What do you think?
I think you should drink up, because it's closing time.
Hi, I'm Maya O'Day from Comedians on the Tee Getting Coffee, and you're watching the Emerson Channel.
Hello, sports fans, and welcome back to Speechless. Let's talk about mascots. You know, back in high school, our animal mascot was called Ulysses the Unicorn because our sports team didn't exist. That said, we are still undefeated. On to our next question. Which sports team has the worst mascot? We're talking about all aspects, brochachos. Terrible names, bad design, mascots that have no reason to exist. Give me your worst shot. Ready? And go.
Gritty. Gritty is the evil, scary-looking mascot of the Philadelphia Flyers. He looks like a Muppet who tried meth, and he is gross. He recently got off for assault because he slapped a kid. Gritty is the worst mascot out there. And he's from Philadelphia. And I've never been there, but I hear it's bad.
I've been to Philadelphia, and I had a really good time. There were roaches in the bathtub. This is a true story.
Gritty put them there.
Yeah.
But
He's
it was a good
roach monster.
time.
Can you prove that Gritty didn't put the roaches in the bathtub?
I think the roaches were just there, living there by themselves.
Well, I know Philadelphia better than I know Gritty, but I have seen photos, and I am a fan of the Muppets franchise, and Gritty looks just like a Muppet. And therefore, by deductive reasoning, I think I like Gritty like a lot.
I think associating Gritty as a Muppet is just a disservice to all of the Muppets.
I mean, Muppets are scary, don't get me wrong, but Gritty is scarier.
I will say, once again, we need a case for another mascot on the side of the creepy caterpillars.
All right, if you think that's bad, okay, let me tell you something. The New Orleans Pelicans. Okay, wait. Pelicans. Their
Yeah.
mascot is not a pelican.
You'd think it would be.
It's a crack baby.
It's a crack baby?
It's a crack baby.
Now that's interesting, but if you actually look up the history of that mascot, the king cake baby is a tradition in New Orleans where they bake a king cake and put a plastic baby inside, and if you get that baby, it's good luck.
So
nothing about Gritty.
So in New
It's
Orleans,
based on a baked baby. It's based on a baked baby meal that you eat a baked baby.
and that is so horrible.
And that's terrible.
Yes, thank you for supporting
Oh,
my
wait,
team.
I just supported their team.
Anyways,
No, it's not a baked baby. It's a plastic toy baby, and if you get it,
So
it's
we're
good
getting
luck.
cancer.
I don't know if you've ever
So
had
we're
a
getting
baked baby, but
cancer.
it's delicious.
So we're getting cancer. We're going on down to
Who
New
said
Orleans,
cancer?
putting plastic, a toxic, non-biodegradable material, into the food that we eat.
I
Once
think it's
again,
a choking
Just
hazard.
like
You know,
steer the conversation
New
back to
Orleans
the
has been
mascots
through
as a whole.
enough. The levees burst and other stuff, and then that Princess and the Frog movie came out. Well, that was good, but they don't need your talking down about their mascot.
And their traditions.
Yeah, Philadelphia, on the other hand, is
No reason to have
awful.
that.
We don't even need that. They did their job in the beginning. They wrote the Declaration of Independence, and they can fall off of our country now.
Have you seen the baby yourself?
Yes.
Yes.
It looks terrible. It is terrifying.
You would call a baby
smells-
ugly?
It-
You would look a baby
I
in
will
its
call-
tiny eyes and tell it that it's
It's not a-
ugly?
Yeah.
It's not a
Babies
real
look
baby.
like aliens. We all know that. And this mascot smells really bad. Usually people like to say, "Oh, you smell so good. You smell like a baby's butt." But no, this mascot
It would
smells like
smell
an
like-
old person's butt.
It would smell like cake.
This just
It's
in.
a baby from a
This
cake.
just in.
We're talking
the
about
creepy
different cake.
Caterpillars are baby haters.
Well, in the end of the day, I completely disagree with you and your statement, and I love the Muppets and think that you're wrong.
I like Grizzy. I like Grizzy.
Babies
Who's
are
Grizzy?
beautiful orbs of life,
don't know.
and they're cute.
And this baby means good luck.
And Muppets are disgusting.
Good luck on getting
Especially
cancer,
Muppets
that's
on
what.
meth.
All right. Well, we've got arguments of baby haters and Muppet haters, and those are great arguments, and almost too close to call, but we have to because that's how the show works. Anyways, the winner of debate number 2 is... the creepy caterpillars. Now, would usually be the point in the episode where the brilliant team here at Speechless would bring you a funny segment piece. Unfortunately, our segment host is currently in ECPD custody for asking too many questions about the never-ending sidewalk construction. However, instead of a segment for this episode, we are going to cut to a commercial break, which, come on, is really the best part of any sports game. Make sure to stay tuned for more Speechless.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the season. Recording? Me? Okay. Oh! Oh, we need to run. I'm at Finkel.
Great to meet you. You're not gonna see it with me?
No, yeah. People always confuse me for Chris Hemsworth. Was it predictable? Were you able to tell who the murderer was? Hi, hello. Hi. Were you able to tell who the murderer was? Hi, yes, hi. Sorry, people keep breaking this wall today.
Hey, I'm here with Chris. Wait, that's Dan. I'm so sorry.
I'm the personification of the. Can we cut? Sassy today. Our viewers with a bunch.
I think.
Tommy Wiseau. Sorry, Haley.
Oh my God! Look, it's the Hemsworth brothers. That's it.
Can you post the show now? Bye.
Although our reactions may be a little ridiculous,
A little bit racist.
they're always real.
Real.
Dun 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 dun.
We can't use that.
Maybe a little bit.
Ridiculous and a bit racy. They're always real.
Alright, coming back in 10 seconds. Ready, camera one. Camera one, get a wide shot of the entire thing, and in 3, 2, 1, take it. Talent cue.
Welcome back to Emerson College. Emerson
Camera
trails
4, get a shot of the players
10
coming across the
points.
court.
10 seconds left. Emerson trails by 1 point. As the
Camera
team
2, close up on the
finishes
person
their
shooting.
timeout. Thanks, Joe. With 10 seconds left, Emerson is hoping to pull away and score this big one.
Camera 1, get a close up, follow them over.
Emerson trails WPI 10 points. 10 seconds left. Emerson trails by 1 point as the team finishes their timeout.
Camera 1, close up on number 33.
Thanks, Joe. With 10 seconds left, Emerson is hoping to pull away.
Follow the ball, follow the ball.
Hi, I'm Maya O'Day from Comedians on the T Getting Coffee, and you're watching the Emerson Channel.
Welcome back to Speechless, where we are just about to tackle Debate 3. That was a sports pun for anyone who cares. For Debate 3, we are having our debaters compare sports scandals. Because if sports was really just about the sports, why would anybody watch? However, while each team is debating, they will also be crumpling up pieces of paper and tossing them into the trash can here on the floor. Whenever a team successfully makes a crumpled piece of paper into the trash can, the opposing team has to be quiet for a full 10 seconds. I know it's a lot to ask for an Emerson student to partake in anything relating to athletics, but just try your best. Okay, debaters, let's get into the final debate of the night. Which sports scandal was worse, Deflate Gate or Lance Armstrong?
Deflategate was awful. And I think that that was the worst sports scandal because
It's the Super Bowl.
it's
America's
the Super Bowl.
I got one in. I got one in too.
That's a full 20 seconds of silence for the creepy caterpillar.
I just want to say I think it's interesting that Tom Brady for that only got suspended from 4 games, whereas Lance Armstrong currently and forever has a lifetime ban from all sports, every single one. And also, the U.S. government sued him for $5 million. It was just that the actual Patriots themselves were owed $1 million to the NFL.
Both teams need to be quiet for a full 30 seconds.
Anyways, I think that
Six, 27, 28, 29, 30. All right, let's resume.
I will not let you besmirch the name of my Lord and Savior, Thomas
That is
Spray.
10 seconds more over here. All right.
thank the Lord. Anyway,
I got one in.
Ah!
10 seconds more of quiet. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, let's begin.
Wait. Can we have a truce, please? I just want to speak.
say what you gotta say.
Okay.
Talk
Can
about
we
Deflategate.
agree? Can we agree?
Oh!
See,
I'm not gonna do
hey,
that.
I'm gonna
I'm not
ask
gonna do that.
the audience. No, I'm not
The
gonna
head
ask the
honchos
audience.
only has one more piece of paper.
We have
Clearly,
two.
Head
more pieces of
honcho
paper.
just threw this piece of paper at me, which
That's
fell
assault.
to the floor. Did it hit me? No. Why? Because it's not very heavy. You know what that reminds me of? The balls that Tom Brady deflated
And
in
a great
Deflategate.
segue into the
Very
argument.
disgusting.
The fact that this
He's
like
undermining
game
the
show's getting
whole
compared to that makes
athleticism.
Tom Brady's thing seem like less important.
Speaking of
You're
deflated
comparing
balls,
the Tom Brady thing to an Emerson channel
Oh my
TV
gosh.
show.
Oh no, 10 seconds of silence
Oh,
and the head
good thing
honchos
we figured that
are
one
out
out.
of paper.
Do you have anything to say about Tom Brady's disgusting scandal?
Another
Let's talk
thing.
about it.
Football. Oh my. Football is an America.
The game is
sport
descending
for
into
America.
chaos.
It's America's defining sport.
And to
And-
undermine that completely
Oh,
undermines
no.
American culture and the huge franchise that is the NFL. You know how much money that man costed all these people for messing up the game? And you know how much time it took for people to figure
The
out?
U.S. government sued Lance Armstrong for $5 million.
A suit
Which
from
he
the US
had.
government.
And Lance Armstrong is doubly bad because his sport takes place in France.
I have a lot of support in my heart for Lance Armstrong because my father is quite the bike racer, and we love Lance Armstrong in my house, and I will not tolerate that disrespect.
You love
to my
steroids?
hero.
Yeah, you love
You support drugs?
blood doping,
It
whatever
depends
that is.
what kind, but I think that, you know, if it's going to help you perform
10
in your
seconds
job.
of
gotta be
silence for
quiet.
the creepy caterpillars. I'm also going to call for a hold on the paper. You have a full 10 seconds.
Lance Armstrong is terrible. He plays a fake sport. Riding a bike is a leisurely activity. It's not a sport. Football is a sport.
And the
People
creepy caterpillars
lose
are
their minds playing football. They break their legs. Lance
Biking-
Armstrong is bad.
Biking is a real sport.
People be crashing in biking.
Yeah. And they
People
go.
do be crashing.
Yeah, and you know those chains, they can really rip you up. The chains on the side of the wheels, it's the spokes through your leg. It can happen any day. Probably happened to Lance Armstrong millions of times before he was stripped of his trophies and prize that he won in the Tour de France on multiple occasions.
That's 10 more seconds of silence for both teams. I don't know how much longer I can take. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, it's open again.
Well, Deflate.
Got an actual debate in here. Come
Deflate. I think that Deflate Gate is the most controversial of them all because it had America in uproar and Patriots fans. Hello? Do you guys know any Bostonians who support the Patriots? They're freaking crazy.
Whoa! I have a T-shirt that says Robert Goodell. I can't say it. I can't say it, but.
So it just says Robert Goodell.
Though he walked on the moon, is a terrible person.
Lance Armstrong did not walk on the moon, but
A fair point from the creepy caterpillars.
he rode through France, and
France is not a real country.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
I've been to it.
he's from France. How could you say that?
Yeah. That's my hometown.
It's his
You're offending
hometown.
me.
That's
I'm
you are
offended.
offending him.
I'm glad.
Oh, I'm gonna cry.
Good.
Oh,
Cry.
I'm not gonna cry.
Am I winning?
All right. And just like that, another round of debate goes flying by. And the winner is. The head honchos. Congratulations. Not even going to cover it up here, but yeah, you guys smoked them.
Thank you.
Well, I mean, you guys did great too. Either way, that's all the time for tonight. See you next week on Speechless.